8 as the ladies defeat West Georgia, the Wolves, 63-57. And we're joined by head coach Kaleena Coleman, who's done a fabulous job with the program. And coach, first off, congratulations on running out to 3-0. And secondly, I just want to, yeah, we got to fix our mic to make sure we can hear.
I'm moving it.
That's okay, coach.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Great, coach. So coach, how does it feel first being 3-0? But more importantly, when we finished last season, your roster was somewhat depleted. But you still did a great job with that roster. But what I love about this season is, you know, they got to kind of have to look over their shoulder a little bit, not because you don't allow them to play, but because you have bodies now.
I do.
And you have bodies that can come in and play.
I do.
How does that feel?
That feels great. As you seen last year, we struggled a lot, but with what we had, I felt like the 8 or 9 players that we did have that was eligible last year, they played hard as they could. They just couldn't play the pace and the tempo that I would like for them to play like we are playing now.
Right.
And it was a struggle, but I think this year we'll be ready.
Right. Now speaking to tempo and pace, as I sit back and watch as a former player and coach myself, when I look at it, it looks like you want the ladies playing, I call it belly to belly until their knees turn to jelly in terms of the opposing team. You're putting that full court press on, you're trapping in corners, you're trapping in half court, you're being relentless.
Exactly.
But when you have 10 to 12 players that can do that,
exactly.
Is that what you want to do?
That's exactly what I want to do. So I'm getting back to trying to play like we used to play back in the old days in 2000. What year did Coach Cox come? 2004, 2005. I want to press the whole time, 40 minutes. So this year, I think we got some people that can do that. So I'm going to take advantage of it.
Right. Now, I noticed one thing late in the game. You called a timeout. It was about 5 minutes left. And you said to the ladies, and I had said to Jess, I said, Coach is probably going to tell them, we have to play this game not like it's over, like it's not over. Because it's not just about this game, it's about that next game that's going to be a 2-point game that you guys need to take care of possessions, value possessions, and do the things that need to be done to win a close ball game.
Exactly.
Kind of talk us through what you told them that's clean that you can talk about.
It's always clean with me. It's always clean. I may be over here yelling and stuff, but it's always clean. I don't curse at all.
I'm just joking with you.
I know. I'm just playing. No, during that timeout, it's exactly what you just said is exactly what I told them. They got to finish the game. You got to take care of the ball. We was fouling a lot and sending them to the free throw line, stopping the clock. You know? And I had to let them know. So loud, I'm sorry. I had to let them know, like, we got to execute the plays. We gotta finish. That was the most part, finishing, taking our time, using the shot clock. So we were taking quick shots, and I didn't think we understood that at first. And it's crazy because I just said the same thing again in the locker room after the game. That's what you said as far as we might have some close games. Okay, so we got to get used to that. If we got somebody down, we got to keep them down. We got to dominate. So that's what we're trying to do.
Right. So. Now, Jess, I know you wanted to talk to a little bit about the crowd and whatnot, so go ahead and ask what you got to say.
So it's a pretty amazing season opener for you at home. It's quite something. What do you think? Do you think it made a difference to the ladies today to play with this sort of crowd?
You know, at the beginning of the game, I asked them, I said, are you guys, are you distracted or what's going on? And they was like, no, Coach, we like this. We want to play in front of a big crowd. So I think it was helpful. I think they enjoyed it because one of the messages that I gave them before the game was, it's a privilege for these kids to come out here that's on the AB on the road. So I want you guys to get them a show. So I feel like for a half we did that, but we didn't finish it.
Right. Well, talk to me a little bit about your depth. You know, when I look at your roster, what I love about it is you have about 3 or 4 guards that you can rotate in, and you really don't have to play any of them more than about 23 to 25 minutes.
Exactly.
That's a great luxury to have because, as you know, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And at the end of the year, you're going to need fresh legs.
Exactly.
With your post players, you also have with Benford and Cunningham and obviously Moore, you can rotate, interchangeable parts in. What do you like about your roster this year versus how you finished last year?
Well, obviously this year I have depth, so that's the first part I like about it. And we had some kids that were sitting out last year because of injuries and eligibility issues and personal reasons. So it's good to have them back this year. They're not new to the system, so they just come in and be ready to go.
They can blend right in.
Exactly.
And I would be remiss if I left out Shay Upshaw, because Shay came in and she did a great job tonight. What I liked about Shay tonight or today versus watching her in the alumni game, I felt like she was trying to take a lot of shots that's not within her game. She caught, she did a lot of flashing. You guys were able to get that high-low working. You guys were able to get dives and flashes to the front of the rim. The one thing I would have liked to have seen is your post players finishing through contact.
Yeah.
Because in close games, you're going to need those and-ones.
Exactly. I know. And we talk about it and we work on it, in practices. So it's still early.
It's early, but they were phenomenal in terms of attacking the glass offensively and defensively. They were relentless.
Yeah.
They owned the glass.
Of course, when you playing in a zone the whole game, that was something I told them. You got to rebound.
Right.
It's hard to if you're on the defense, it's hard to rebound out of a zone. So I told them we sent one back and everybody else crashed the board.
Just attack that rim.
Oh yeah.
The last thing I want to ask, and if Jess has something else that's cool, how do you feel about this upcoming Thanksgiving tournament?
Oh, we playing in Rollins.
In Rollins, in Florida, right?
Anyway, that's correct. Orlando area.
Yep.
And we have Lubbock Christian, who I don't know much about. This will be our first time ever playing them. But I think they rank right now in the top 25 in the country. And so if we get playing that game first, it's going to be tough. And then it's a Puerto Rican team that's also in the tournament. So if Rollins gets past them and we get past Lubbock, that's going to be two tough games. Playing Rollins at home is going to be tough.
It's going to be extremely tough.
Oh, yeah.
Rollins has traditionally, I used to coach at the Division III and junior college level and played myself on the D1 level. Rollins has traditionally had a very strong program.
Oh, yeah.
They've always turned out great post players, and they've always had guards that understand how to spread the floor and really understand how to play basketball.
Yes, they do.
So
they do. We haven't played them in a while, but hey, we got to get past Lubbock Christian first, and that's going to be a tough one.
Absolutely.
So that's all we're going to do next week is just work on the little things, the mistakes and everything that we made here tonight, and get prepared for them.
Well, Coach, I'll tell you what, it was unbelievable. 1,649 fans, student athletes came out to watch you all play.
We actually broke a record today. It's the most we've ever had in the athletic center, and it was quite wonderful.
1649.
Yep, 1649.
I'm glad we got that win.
Not only did you get the win, you didn't disappoint with your performance. I know you would always want to finish better.
Oh, yeah.
But look, I'm a firm believer you got to encourage the heart. And I know you would want to finish better than you did. But at the same time, there were a lot of great things that I saw on the court, and I'm sure you did as well.
Yeah.
Your trap looked good. Now, obviously, they had smaller guards, and I kept saying to Jess, when are they going to recognize that the four corners are not their best friend? And you guys did a great job of sitting them there.
Exactly.
But
we was hoping they didn't recognize that, okay? It's going to get harder and harder, okay?
It's going to get harder. How do you feel about Peach Belt Conference basketball in terms of just how competitive it is,
it's
night in and night out?
Very, very. West Georgia just played Georgia Southwestern on Wednesday, 2-point game. They first 3 games, they lost the game by a total of 6 points.
Wow.
So he's dealing with the same thing that we were dealing with last year as far as injuries and eligibility issues with their best players. So, hey, and then you look at the Peach Belt, they played Georgia Southwestern to a 2-point game. So you have Columbus and Lander and Young Harris. You never know with the Peach Belt. It's always strong.
It's notoriously strong in all sports, and it's just a really competitive conference. But I bet you're excited and you're ready for it.
I am.
Well, Coach,
I'm not looking ahead, though.
That's right.
One game at a time.
One game at a time. One of my good friends in coaching used to always say it's not about X's and O's, it's about Jimmy and Joe's. And you got the players. So when you got the players, all they have to do is go out and execute what you give them.
Right.
As long as they do that, Coach, you're going to have a great season. We appreciate you taking time with us, and we look forward to meeting with you next time. Have a great Thanksgiving, and have a great trip.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
That was Coach Kaleena Coleman that joined us post-game talking about what's going on with Lakers basketball, talking about our bench, talking about the ability to use 2 lineups, which is a luxury, 3 and 4 guards, 3 and 4 post players. And I tell you, Jess, if they can stay healthy, and the key word is if they can stay healthy, this will definitely be a team that will need to be reckoned with in the Peach Belt Conference.
I couldn't agree more, and it's just been a wonderful first opening game of the season, hasn't it? It's been a pleasure to have this, the honor roll day, and as we said, a record-breaking crowd here, and they got a performance. So congratulations to the Lakers, and also congratulations to everyone that got invited here today.
Well, here's what I believe. There's no better way than to start out a season with a sold-out crowd. There's no better way for these students to receive recognition, acknowledgement, as well as just being able to get out of school, be bussed here to this facility, and see a great basketball game. This is a phenomenal atmosphere. Once again, it goes back to the culture that Tim Duncan, Joshua Darling, and all of the Clayton State Lakers athletic department have put in place to start out the year. They started the year with a bang. This is going to be hard to follow up.
I can honestly say today I'm proud to be a Laker. So tune in next game. We've got a game coming up. We've got the men's opener, season opener this Wednesday, and it's going to be a cracker, I tell you. So tune in next Wednesday, Clayton State Athletics.
Once again, I'm PJ Mays.
And I'm Jessica Charman. Thank you.
And for Clayton State Lakers Athletics, you're listening to Lakers basketball on the Clayton Sports Network.